Hey there, thanks so much for helping me out. This is hugely helpful. So, what I'm going to do, you can see right here, is this um, Excel sheet, and I'm going to click on just one of these, and so we're going to get this guy right here. So we've got this guy, and so what I need you to do is I've pre-recorded this video right here. And what I need you to do is to mirror my actions to make it congruent with what is being said in the video. And so what I want to do is actually share with you how I would create a video like this for this guy. So let's go ahead. I'll have the transcript for you and everything. So let's go ahead and listen. Hey, what's up? This is Adam Smith, and it's nice to virtually meet you. What I wanted to do is go over in this short video a couple of optimization changes that you can make on your sales page that could potentially double revenue for you and your company if you actually implemented it. So, right now we run a digital marketing company called the X2 Entrepreneur, where we help 6 and 7 figure brands to grow online. So let's jump into your site here. So the first thing, you can see this right here, is the main headline that you have. So many people. Okay, so with this, we're gonna want to just like give them an indication like of what I'm pointing to. So we're gonna take our cursor and we're just going to do this around the main headline as I talk about the main headline. Overlook this. And the number one rule when I talk about headline hooks is that it has to be enticing. It's got to be catchy, or else you'll lose the potential customer. So what I do, and what I would tell my clients to do, is to replace this. So as I'm talking about this, I'm about to say replace this. So we're going to want to say this with our cursor. This right here with a belief-based headline. So essentially what a belief-based headline is a two-part how-to statement. So the first part is like, okay, as I'm talking about this next part, we want to give this a little bit of life. So, just every once in a while, just like scroll down and then we'll just like come back to the top. So like scroll down and then come back to the top. It's like just giving it a little bit of life here. So, hey, here's how you do whatever their biggest desire is. And if you couple their biggest desire with handling some kind of objection, you've got a conversion storm that's just waiting to happen. These are what we call belief-based headlines. So even if you do nothing else at all and you just do this, it would be amazing for you. So it would definitely boost conversions. And I actually, let me see if I can pull this other tab up. Okay, so I'm going to be pulling up another tab. And so what I'm going to have you do is come over to this other tab. This is the only other one that we're going to use. And this is going to be called 18 landing page examples. So here's what we'll do. So I'm pulling up the tab now in this video. This is a site that talks about 18 amazing landing page examples that convert over 60% of traffic. Okay, so we're going to be here at the top, and I just read this, and then we're about to jump down, and I'm going to recite, and I'm going to quote these 3 lines right here. So as I'm talking, I need you to be right here on this this part right here. Okay, look at this. Internet searchers are ruthless and unforgiving. We expect information. So as I speak, I'd love to have you just underline and follow the words as I'm saying it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just something where people can like see where the cursor is and they can follow along. Quickly, easily, and beautifully to top it off. And we make that judgment in a fleeting moment. And people do that on our sales page. And okay, so we're going to keep, so after I finish that, we're going to keep moving down and we're going to jump to this spot right here. So I'm going to give this example of Brendan Burns, who's converting 61%. And I'm going to talk about this headline here and how they need to use a headline just like this one. So follow along here. This is so important. So the headline is the most important part of the sales page. So check this out. Brendan Burns from Mastering Instagram, 61% conversion rate. So look for the belief-based headline. What he's talking about first. What is their biggest... So I'm going to have you go across and just follow as I talk about this.
circle it like this. Just we want all the attention to be right here.
So how to go from 0 to 100K on Instagram. So that's what they want. Now the objection, if you notice, is how do I how do I make money from that? Just getting a bunch of followers. And so he even tells him, he says, how to go from 0 to 100K on Instagram, and then handles the objection, and how to turn your followers into dollars. So these are what we call belief-based headlines that are so powerful.
Okay, so now we're gonna jump down here, and I'm gonna talk about Devin here, and we're gonna go through this entire part right here.
61%, obviously they work. So look at this other one. 92% of every single visitor who comes to this page gives them an email address. They become a new lead. And this is so amazing. Okay, look at this. How Ross's new automated Shopify store generated 15.
Okay, we're just gonna follow along as I'm talking. So with your cursor, just follow along here.
$1,000 in its first 11 days. That's what they want. What's the objection? The objection here is, oh my gosh, I'm totally new to this. There's no way I could actually do this, right? So we'll take you by the hand and show you step by step how Ross accomplished and automated this absolutely free. So there's like 16 other examples that you can go check out. I'm just going to show you the first two.
Okay, so I'm just showing the first two. So what we're gonna do is come back up to the top of the page, and then we're gonna move back over to the normal page. That's gonna look like this.
But that will change everything. If you do nothing else and that's the only thing you change, it's just adding that headline in there, like you would boost conversions on this. So that's amazing. Also, the other thing that I want to say is like you got to have some kind of pre-frame. And so what do I mean by this? So a pre-frame, is like either a video sales letter, like with slides.
So some of the people who have this may have a video just like this one. So that's why I'm including, hey, you need a video with slides. Nobody uses a video with slides. So we're gonna go down. We're just gonna kind of as I'm talking about this, we're just gonna kind of like randomly scroll, just here and there. So we're gonna scroll down a little bit, come back to the top. We'll move the cursor around, and we'll just kind of come back, and we're just like being entertained. I'm just entertaining myself as I'm talking about this. That's how we want to think about it.
A talking head. We've seen that that's actually the most powerful combination, is having a talking head and also slides as well. So having somebody to create that and put that together, I mean, you would definitely boost conversions if you had that. So that combo together is so important. Uh, Also having either, if you can do a webinar as well. I didn't see a link to any type of webinar on here. If you did have one, I'm sorry I missed it. I didn't see it. But that's also super powerful as well. But either way, something that I do that really helps is using something called a teleprompter app. So what I'll basically do is like have a teleprompter and I'll just kind of read.
Okay, so if you'll notice, I'm looking away from this right now. It's not going to make a lot of sense if the cursor is moving as I'm looking away from the camera. So at about 4:13, 4:12, we're going to just stop everything. Don't move the cursor at all.
The script that I have on there. And so there's an app that you can download that I use. It makes it super simple, and you can just read like whatever they're saying, or whatever your script is saying. And then what happens is after you download the video, especially if it's like 15, 20 minutes, sometimes they can get kind of long, even those like 60, 90-minute, like those are huge presentations. Like,
Okay, so now we can move the cursor around because I'm looking back at the computer. It's gonna feel more natural that way.
it's a big file. So what I do is I use an app called Handbrake. Handbrake. So Handbrake compresses the video size down, so you can get it to a reasonable size. I've had videos that are like 10 times as small just by doing that, and it's pretty amazing. So the way that that works, and I can't even tell a difference with the quality. So that's something that I would recommend. It's called Handbrake. Also, then I'll upload it to Vimeo and then embed it inside the page. What would be even better is if you actually had it on its own separate page hosted there, like a webinar or like just a video sales letter on its own page, where people can then click a button And that's the only thing there is like the headline, belief based headline, the video, and then you'll have a button or something, and that'll take them over to the sales page. If you just do that, like having that pre-frame will change everything for you. So anyway, if you found this helpful, I was trying to make this short and sweet. You can book a call with me where I can share some more strategies with you. If this is something that you're interested in, this is resonating with you, I would encourage you to book a call. That way we can get on.
Okay, so as I'm giving the call to action for them to book a call, it's not super important to really move the cursor. That's probably pretty much it. And we can wait it out for the rest of the video.
The phone, and I can share some more strategies and some more tips to be able to help you to boost conversions. There's a couple other things that I don't have time for. I'm trying to make this short. That I'd love to go over with you if you want to do that. So either way, whether you choose to take me up on that or not, I hope you got some value out of this. And I want to thank you for watching, and I will chat with you later. Hopefully you take me up on the call.
Okay, so as I'm like moving my head around, so the last like 7 seconds, we'll just kind of like, move the cursor around a little bit to finish it out.
And if so, I look forward to chatting with you then. Thanks.
Okay, so that's it. Super simple. Anyway, thanks for watching, and please let me know if you have any questions about this.